First beer review in the new place. And this one has kind of a funky name, which you wouldn't really associate with beer. Thankfully, none of it's in it, to the best of my knowledge. Let's do this, guys. Beer, 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 beer. Hello everybody, welcome back to me, Mate Brewski, for another Ruski Brewski review. And today the beer I have for you is by the Neustadt Brewery out of where's this? Where is this from? Neustadt, Ontario. Neustadt. Not too sure, I've never heard of that place in Ontario, but here it is. Neustadt Sour Kraut Raspberry Pilsner. Sauerkraut's just a name. I really hope so, because I'm not a fan of sauerkraut. It is very strong and sour and just not my thing, but a lot of people do enjoy it. I think that's just the name given to the beer, not actually in it. That would be really weird, especially since it's raspberry and it's a Pilsner. But I digress. 4% alcohol by volume. Unlisted IBUs, not here on the very pink and black white can. Very, very nice looking can. Very interesting. Definitely caught my eye, and that's why I picked it up. IBUs, anything on the website? Nothing. Untapped, showing it coming in at how many IBUs? Unknown, but it is a Pilsner. Pilsners are usually lower in IBUs. I want to say anywhere between 10 to 20. Average probably about 15 area. We're going to crack this bad boy open, see what we got. 4% ain't too strong. Realistically, it's considered a light beer. Pouring it into a new Walmart dollar glass because college. It's poured up. Oh, it's got a little bit of a hue to it. A little bit of a pinkish hue. Pour that much in there. I'm going to put the can down. Obviously, this isn't going to be the whole setup for the time that I'm here in the Niagara region, but for now, it'll do. Well, looking at the beer, again, lighting ain't the greatest, but it is fairly clear. A little bit of haze going on, nothing too crazy. Golden, light golden with a pinkish hue to it. Can't really tell on camera. Can't really tell in my eyes right now, but when I poured it, there was a pinkish hue, which was kind of cool. You do get a little bit of rosiness out of it, but very, very minimal. Not too much of a head on there, dissipated quite quickly, but again, looks of the beer, a little bit of chill haze. You can see through it a little bit, or at least quite a bit, but there is a bit of haze on the smell. Raspberries for sure. Bready. Agitate a little bit. Ooh, raspberries come out really nice. Bready, sourdoughy bready-ish a little bit. Not really any caramel or butterscotch or anything like that. But raspberries, breadiness is sort of what dominates the aromas, at least so far. Yeah, raspberries, bready, that's sort of all I'm getting at the moment. With that said, let's have a sip. Big raspberries. 100% is what's going on in this beer. Other than that, like I said, slight bready, a little bit of corniness going on as well. But yeah, the raspberry is the star of the show, front and center, and sort of taking over all the roles in this beer. Very light, very refreshing, not as crisp as I thought it was gonna be, but still a very refreshing beer. What else? What else is going on? Well, in that case, because I'm kind of drawing a blank, we need another sip. So, when we need another sip, what do? We cheers, crack a beer, and enjoy. Let's do this. Like I said, raspberry sweet yet kind of tart. Not too much tart, though, just a little bit, but realistically, there's not too much going on the back end to the finish in this beer. It's very upfront in flavor, and then sort of the flavors sort of just drop off ever so gradually. You do get a lingeringness of raspberry and slight breadiness, but nothing too crazy. Just very nice and mellow. It's a very much more mellowed beer, in my opinion. The raspberries are sort of the more explosive flavor, but even though it is the most explosive flavor in the beer, it is very mellow of a beer. As far as Pilsner style goes, I'm not getting any of that sourdoughy, sours, bitter sort of spike that Pilsners usually have more in the mid finish to the final finish of the beer. Like I said, it's a very mellow, light styled beer. It's very enjoyable, though. Very enjoyable. Do not get me wrong on that end. Not too bad. So, Sauerkraut Raspberry Pilsner by Neustadt. Sorry if I'm really butchering that name. I do not know how to pronounce it. Like I said, 4% ABV. I'm going to go with a 10 IBU on here. It's not bitter at all. Craft brewed with only the finest natural ingredients and our own pure spring water. It was the international award winner of the U.S. Open Beer Championship. It got a silver medal in 2011. A light, refreshing Pilsner with a hint of raspberry, contains no cabbage. No sauerkraut. On the side, visit us at newdatspring.com. Blah, blah, blah. Unpasteurized, keep refrigerated. No ingredients listed. But there is a best before date. Best before October 5th. No, what am I saying? October 5th. Sorry. Wait. No. No, October 5th. Yeah, what am I saying? October 5th, 2019. Sorry about that. I would assume October 5th, 2019 and not May 10th, 2019? I don't know, it says 05/10/2019. Doesn't say how it's, date coded, but hey, we're going to go with October because this doesn't taste like shit. It does not taste like cheese. So that's always a good thing. I can see that they stamped it once and then had to re-stamp it because the first one didn't really stick, so I appreciate that as well. Very, very nice. Like I said, bright pink black can. Very, very nice. On the bottom, nothing because the best before date's right here on the bottom lip. Not pretty straightforward. Not my most favorite can design, to be honest. Kind of a little boring. Kind of a little I don't know, 2000s-ish graphics, in my opinion, but hey, you got some information there. Missing ingredients, missing IBUs, not the end of the world, but still would like to have them, but there is a best before date, which I much appreciate. Moving over to the website, like I said, newstadatsprings.com, NEUSTADT springs.com. You come over to the website, and even the website's looking kind of dated, maybe mid 2000s, like mid 20-aughts, or not, 20-aughts, so like 2000 to 2009 sort of style. It's fine, but it doesn't look super new, let's say. They go to the beer section, you scroll down, they got actually got a decent amount of beers, but at the bottom you have the Sauerkraut, which is a seasonal beer, 4%, awarded the silver medal in the 2011 U.S. Open in Atlanta, Georgia. A lighter lager soured with raspberries, pours a golden color with a nice white head, light raspberry flavors against a malt background, very refreshing on a hot day, ideal for non-beer drinkers. I can totally buy that. You're not getting a lot of traditional beer flavor. You're getting definitely more of a raspberry. Could be passed off as a cooler to the, I guess, non-beer knowing of it. You know, if you didn't know, could probably be passed off as some sort of a raspberry cooler-ish beer. I don't know, but a very short and sweet description. And they do have a slight food pairing, ideally served with salads, kebabs, salmon, or spicy dishes. Maybe a fruit salad. Kebabs, I'm not sure which kind. Maybe like a pork kebab with some sort of spices. Salmon and this beer, maybe. Not really for me. Spicy dishes, I can see that because it's a much lighter, sweeter sort of flavor. But when it comes to spice, I don't really want sweet. Maybe if you like sweet and spicy, it's your go-to, but not for me. Overall, nice looking website. Does look dated. The copyright at the bottom of the website is from 2012, so kind of makes sense. But hey, you know, it has information. It's good information. Food pairings are always awesome. So let's move on. Let's move on to the LCBO. And at the LCBO, if you want to get the Neustadt Sour Kraut beer, you're going to be paying $3.15 for the 473 ml tall boy can, like I have here. Not a bad price at all for what you're getting. It is a very flavorful beer, very fruity, very light, but also balanced. Would I say balanced, or am I just talking out of my ass? Yeah, it's a balanced beer. It's a good beer. Is it traditional Pilsner sort of flavors? No. Is it more fruity and sweet? Yes. So if you're looking for a Pilsner, like a real Pilsner style, I would say skip this one. But if you like to have your beers with a bit more fruit in them, you know, a bit more of a fruity character that sort of is the showrunner, the front man of the flavor profile, a solid beer indeed. Moving on finally to our segment of Untapped. Sauerkraut by Neustadt Springs Brewery has been given a 3.5, a solid 3.5 out of 5 bottle caps, and that's out of a whopping 1,285 reviews. So that's awesome. It's a good collective rating, and I like when I see that. When I see beers that maybe have only like 64 ratings, I can get it, can understand why it was given that rating, but still having over 1,000 ratings at like rating average, I think it holds a lot more weight. 3.5, not bad at all. Solid beer, nothing super amazing, but nothing terrible. It's just a good beer. With that said, guys, choosing the final sip, let's get right to my ratings and let's wrap this thing right up. Sauerkraut. Yeah. Sauerkraut by Neustadt Springs Brewery. Where do I start? Like I said, very fruity. The raspberry is definitely the front runner, definitely the one that takes over the show in the both aroma and flavor department. Absolutely spot on, beautiful raspberries. If I wasn't told that, I would probably get it. To be honest, I think most people will. It's a very distinct flavor. It's a solid beer. I'm not the biggest fan of Pilsners just because of that sourdoughy, sharper note near the finish. But this has none of that, which I can enjoy, but at the same time kind of bummed out because I like to challenge myself and I like to challenge my palate the odd time. But overall, it is a very delicious beer. It's very fruity. It's low ABV, so you can have a few more of these than you would say a 6% or a 7% beer, so that's always awesome. And I think it's a very open kind of beer where people, like they say on their website, non-beer drinkers can pick it up and enjoy it and not have to worry about not liking it. So with that said, beer-wise, out of 10, deserves a solid 7.5 out of 10 for me. As for presentation, it looks dated, to be honest. Looks kind of, in my opinion, a little amateurish, per se. But, you know, big, bold colors. It catches the eye, it makes you a little bit interested in what it is, and the name sauerkraut definitely gets your attention and definitely brings you in wondering why it's called sauerkraut when it's a raspberry Pilsner, because sauerkraut and raspberry, it doesn't seem to match up, does it? But you do have a slight little description, nothing too crazy, just very short and sweet. No ingredients, no IBUs, but you do have a legible best before date, and you can see that they did redo the legibility. I'm making up new words. That's fine, but you do have it. That's awesome. Website again looks very dated, just like the can, but the information is there, minus the IBUs. Add some food pairings, you're good on that. Presentation gets a solid 7 out of 10 as well. Before I leave you guys, if you have any comments, questions, or beers you want to review in the future, leave all that information down in the comment box below. If you want to go ahead and like this video or subscribe to me, Mate Brewski, it'd be greatly appreciated as well. Now, with all that said, that's going to do it for me, Mate Brewski. Like I always say, crack a beer and enjoy. Cheers. Sauerkraut, raspberries don't mix. Thankfully this does not stink. So we're gonna pour the last bit up into my new dollar cup. Cheers.